Hi, this is Christina from 7th Made, and in this video, we're going to go over how to connect your domain and WordPress blogging. So first things first, you're going to come up here to Site Settings. This is where you're going to start the process of connecting your domain. So under here, Custom Domain, you'll click Edit. From there, it'll walk you through the information that Showit needs to get your website domain connection started. After that first domain portion, it's going to ask you if you would like to move forward with connecting your blog. So for example, if you have blogs written on Squarespace or WordPress, Showit will help you migrate those over. Otherwise, you can just move forward with creating a new blog. So after you go through that prompting, it'll say submit. And from there, it typically takes Showit 3 to 5 business days to get things set up. Next, you'll receive an email from Showit with your DNS records. This part is how you're going to connect your domain. So for example, you would go to the help docs and wherever you have your domain from. So this could be GoDaddy, Google, whatever that is. You can just type like domain, but if you do know like yours is from GoDaddy, you can just select that and they have help docs that walk you through exactly how to connect your domain from GoDaddy, Google, Squarespace. They have so many different options too. So just look in here and they have a step-by-step guide on how to connect it. So you'll need that information to finish connecting your domain. And then in that email from Showit, they will also have your WordPress login information. So once you get that, you're going to log into WordPress. So this is the dashboard of WordPress. This is what it looks like. Now, if we look in Showit, under our blog templates, we have home under blog templates because it has a featured blog section. The blog demo is just to show you what the blog will look like, but your official blog page is this one. So, and then we have a category page. So this means when somebody on your blog page, when they click your category, so for example, if this was weddings, it will take them to the category page showcasing all of your blog posts that have the category weddings selected. When somebody clicks your blog post on your blog page, they're going to be taken to the single post page. This is where your blog title will be, the blog category, your featured image, and then the blog content will be in this section. So of course, this section is going to be much longer after you write a blog, but this is just the design portion in Showit. So again, the design is done through Showit, but the actual blog posts are written in WordPress. If you want to edit your blog at all, you would have to come to the blog page and come to the page. Again, we've got blog categories. This is set up as a site canvas. So once we edit that once, it will be updated throughout your entire site. Next, we have the blog roundup. So you'll notice all of your blogs are in here. So there's 8 blog posts that will be featured on your blog page, and each one is in a canvas view. So the photo here is really just a placeholder. You can go in and swap out all these photos and put your photos in here. However, these ones will not appear on your website because that featured image is set through WordPress. So if we come in to the blog title, so for example, if you did want to swap out the fonts at all so that they were a different font, or if you have a different brand font, totally makes sense. What you're going to do is select the text, come to text style, and here you could change that font. If you change it on desktop, just be sure to come over to mobile and change it over here as well. And then what you would do is go through the entire all of the canvas views, but that's exactly how you would change those fonts, and you would just repeat the process for category as well. So if you did want to change that, you could go through each canvas view and just update that. If you don't want to change the font but you want to change the color, Again, you're going to go through each canvas view and update that, and you can change that color. Again, if you update it on desktop, just be sure to look over at mobile to make sure it's updated on both. Next, we're going to come back out here. So if you do make a lot of edits on the blog page as far as changing the fonts and even changing colors and stuff like that, what you can do is actually just delete your category page, and then you'll come to your blog page again and just duplicate it. And just call it category, and then come over to template info right here. You're going to select category. That way you don't have to manually come through the category page to update that as well. All right, next we're going to go into WordPress. So one of the first steps is actually to activate the Yoast SEO plugin. So you'll go to plugins, and here you'll scroll down and you'll just click activate. If you do not see the Yoast SEO plugin, you can search it over here and click activate. So this plugin is super helpful to improve your search engine optimization when you start blogging. Next, we're going to add your blog categories. So we'll come to posts and then categories. From here, because on your homepage, we have a featured blog canvas. So there's 3 blogs that are going to be featured on your homepage. We actually need to add a category called featured. So the slug will always be lowercase with no spaces, and that's all you have to do is add that featured category. And then when we write your blogs, we're going to select featured for 3 of those blog posts so that they show up on your homepage. Next, we're going to look at your blog page. So here we have your blog categories. Again, a site canvas, so once we update it once, it will be updated throughout the entire site. We're going to go to category 1. So for example, weddings. Okay, the slug has to be lowercase. We're going to come back to Showit. And in category 1, we're going to type weddings. And then under click actions, we're going to add weddings. So keep /category/ and then add weddings. So all lowercase with no spaces. So what that means is when somebody clicks weddings, then it will show all of your blogs that have the weddings category tagged. Next, for example, maybe you have a category that is 2 words. So what that looks like is mentor -sessions, lowercase, and then the connection is with a hyphen. Add category. You can always double check the slug over here because that's exactly what we need to grab. So then in Showit, category 2 is going to be mentor sessions. We're going to come over to click actions, keep everything here, mentor -sessions. And that you want to make sure is spelled exactly the same as we have it in WordPress. And then you'll just repeat the process for all of the categories. All right, once we have all of those done, we're going to move on to writing a blog post. So we're going to go to posts and then add new. So from here, we can look at our blog design, and this is where we're going to grab the blog post title. This gives you a good idea of about how much room you have for your blog post title. This is a great space to also add in some of those keywords. So your location, your type of session, anything like that that would make sense for this blog post. Then we're going to start typing your blog post. This is a great area to add in those keywords again, so specific to location, the type of session, talking about your experience, how did you plan it, what is it like working together. This is really great to provide that value for your ideal clients, and it also helps Google read your blog post and then connect it with the people who are searching for this type of content. A good basis to start out with the actual word count is anywhere from 300 words to 1,000 words. Again, don't overthink it. Your work is so great. We want to be seeing it and getting it out there. Next, you click enter and you'll see this little plus sign. If you don't see the plus sign here, you can also click the plus sign here. But this is where we're going to add your gallery. So if you don't see gallery, you can also search gallery here. From here, we can just upload the images. Again, this is great to upload images that are web size. So for that, we always use JPEG Mini to reduce file size without reducing the quality of the photos. Or you can do it manually, where that we always look at the width to be 1925. And that's super helpful as well. But select your images. This also lets, it reduces the time it takes for your photos to load on your website. So essentially a smaller file size will help your blog post show up faster and allow people to look at all of your amazing photos. All right, if we grab a couple images, this is where you can kind of play around with this. So you can select an image, move it over again. You can replace images by selecting it. You can crop them here. So you have this kind of information right here. And that's how you're going to be able to kind of go through it. So you'll just upload your images in here, and then that's how you can kind of move them around. Next, you're going to see the Yoast SEO plugin. So once you actually start writing it, it's going to kind of let you know if you're doing well or not. Again, this is a plugin to learn more about as you go, because it will provide helpful information and improve your ranking. So something to learn more about that's going to be helpful. Okay, next over here you're going to see post. And this is where your categories are. So for those blog posts that are going to be featured on your homepage, we need 3 blog posts. So make sure you have the featured category selected, and keep in mind, if it also is a wedding, you can have wedding selected as well. So you can have as many other categories selected as that blog post pertains to. But for sure, for the homepage, we need 3 blog posts selected. Next, we have the featured image. So this is where you'll grab yours. Now, if we look back, this is the featured image here on your blog page. And then when they click that, they're going to see the single post, and that's this featured image as well. And then for the home page, on this section, this is the featured image here as well. So just keep in mind, that's where the featured image plays a role on your Showit site. You won't see it in the back end here, but when your site is live, that's where you're going to see that featured image. Next here, it's always great to have an excerpt. This is that little bit of information that appears in Google underneath the link. So you can kind of pull the first 2 sentences from here and add it here. That's super helpful. Once your blog and your you'll be able to, okay, let me start over. So you'll be able to preview what your blog looks like. So because this is in our WordPress, it won't preview the exact design. But once you have it connected, you'll be able to preview what your blog post would look like, and it would show up in this design. So you have preview here. Again, this one also auto saves. And if you click publish, You also have this option under Publish Immediately to choose a time and date. So you could actually schedule out blog posts as well. So you have that option. Keep in mind that when you first are launching, you're going to want at least the 3 blogs on the homepage to be live. And then on your blog page, there's a total of 8. So if you wanted to have all of them available, then at minimum, you would want 8 blog posts written for launch. However, it's not necessary. And then this page, the other blogs will appear as you go. But even if you started with 3, that's okay to get started. Then if we go back, you'll notice you'll have your draft right here. And then you can do a quick edit, which allows you to come in here and edit it if you need to. And then just click update. And that's in here as well. So that is officially how you are going to connect your domain, how it works, and how to write a blog post. So in the next video, we're going to go over how to launch your new site. I'll see you in the next one.